Hello, we are from Group 3 of Development Economics Sem 1. We'll be present financial inclusion and economic development, a Malaysian perspective.
Good morning to everyone. My name is ELYANA and I'm MELINA. My matrix number is BB22110362. So today I want to present our group assignment for the title of Financial Economics and Economic Growth. For the introduction of our title, Financial Inclusion is a pivotal of economic development, stand as a cornerstone in fostering inclusive growth and ensuring the equitable distribution of resources within a society. Also aim to provide a nuanced understanding of the dynamic between financial inclusion and economic development in Malaysia.
Hi everyone, my name is ELLYVIA and my matrix number is BB22110312, and next I'll be presenting about our literature overview. So firstly, we have financial inclusion and economic growth. So scholars argue that an inclusive financial system empower individuals and business by providing them with the tools necessary to participate in economic activities. So secondly, we have access to banking services, which is Malaysian have made an initiative through BSA, which is Basic Savings Account. Next, we are going to talk about the digital financial services. So the rise of mobile banking and fintech platforms holds the potential to bridge gaps in the financial inclusion. So the fourth one is government policies and initiative. So these play a pivotal role in promoting financial inclusion. So evaluating the impact and effectiveness of these policies becomes essential for shaping adaptive intervention that meets the diverse needs of the population. Last but not least is the challenges and barriers. So here we can point out the few of the barriers, which is low financial literacy, cultural factors, and regulatory constraints.
Hello, my name is NURHAZIQAH ROSBIN. My matrix number BB22110565. Next, I will be present about objective. First objective is assessing the current landscape of the financial inclusion. The first objective aims to conduct a truth examination of the current state of financial inclusion in Malaysia. This objective number 2 is analyzing the impact of the financial inclusion on economic development. The second objective focuses on the scrutinizing the impact of the financial inclusion of Malaysian economic development. Objective number 3 is evaluation of the effectiveness of government initiative. The third objective is critically evaluate the effectiveness of government-led initiative and policy aim of the promoting financial inclusion in Malaysia.
Hi, my name is DEVINA and my matric number is BB22110273. Today, I'm going to talk about methodology. There are 3 types of methodology used in our group assignment, which are, the first one is survey design and administration. We use Google Forms for the respondent to answer our question. We have distributed the Google Form through social media like WhatsApp. The second methodology is data analysis. This is to recap or evaluate the data we get from the respondent easily. And lastly, literature review and content analysis. After we collect the data from the respondents, we summarize it into a paragraph. It is for us to understand it easily.
My name is FANUEL SABTUH, BB2211085A, and I will be presenting our research findings. We obtain all this data by distribution of Google Form to our fellow students and friends. The demographics of our obtained respondents shows that our respondents were primarily young adults with 74% falling within the 18 to 24 age group. This is followed by 22% in the 25 to 34 years range, and smaller groups in the 35 to 44 and 45 to 55 age brackets. In terms of gender, 58% of our respondents identified as male and 42% as females. Geographically, our sample reflected diversity across Malaysia. East Malaysia, comprising of Sabah and Sarawak, emerged as the most represented region at 48%. Central Malaysia followed at 28%, with southern and northern regions contributing 16% and 6% respectively. The East Coast had the fewest respondents at 2%. Interestingly, the respondents' understanding of financial inclusion varied. 42% described it as a process ensuring easy access to financial services for all, which aligns with the core definition. However, we also encountered various misconceptions. 16% perceived it as a government program controlling financial institutions. 12% understood it as simply the availability of various financial products and services. 6% mistakenly viewed it as exclusive access for a select group. 24% surprisingly admitted lacking knowledge and understanding of financial inclusion. Of familiarity with financial inclusion, respondents' familiarity with financial inclusion falls across a spectrum, while 28% expressed being somewhat familiar and 8% identified as very familiar. A notable portion of 30% remain neutral, suggesting neither strong awareness nor significant unfamiliarity. This highlights the need for continued efforts to raise awareness about financial inclusion's importance and benefits. Moving on, we explored whether respondents had actually engaged with financial inclusion services. Interestingly, over half of the respondents, which is 54%, admitted to using them within the past years, indicating a relatively good adoption rate. This is encouraging as these services empower individuals and businesses to participate in the formal financial system. As for the respondents' bank account ownership, overwhelmingly 96%, which is 48% and 48 respondents out of 50, reported having a bank account, indicating high financial inclusion within the sample. Only 4%, which is 2 people out of 50, lack bank accounts, highlighting the need for further efforts to reach the unbanked population. As for the respondents' financial service usage, savings account emerged as the most popular service used regularly by 88%, which is 44 people out of 50 respondents. This emphasized their importance for managing a day-to-day finances. Other services, including checking accounts, loans, and credit cards, were used by 12%, which is 6 out of 50 respondents each. This suggests room for promoting broader adoption of diverse financial tools. Notably, 12%, which is 6 out of 50 respondents, reported not using any financial services regularly. This raises questions about potential barriers to access or lack of awareness. Interestingly, 70% of the respondents have applied for credit from a financial institution. This high rate reflects diverse motivations, from tackling immediate needs to making big purchases or building credit history. However, 30% have never applied, potentially favoring alternative financing, having limited needs, or being wary of debt. Opinions on access to credit: 14% find it very easy, suggesting a smooth experience. 10% find it easy, indicating comfort with the process. 62% remain neutral, possibly due to mixed experience, expectation, or understanding. And 6% find it difficult, highlighting potential barriers. 8% find it very difficult, suggesting significant challenges in accessing credit. 86% of our respondents use mobile banking or digital financing services regularly. The respondents' reasons for using digital financing is convenience, with 62% citing it as the main reasons. Affordable and easy transactions are key. Security, however, is on the mind of 16% respondents, highlighting the need for trust and caution. Interestingly, 10% value trust in technology itself, showing reliance on reliable and secure systems. Around 2% remain unfazed, lacking awareness about these services. Meanwhile, the remaining 10% have other reasons for not using digital financing. As for the question of the impact of financial development on economic development in Malaysia, 40%, which is about 20 respondents, said the impact is very positive. 30%, which is about 15 respondents, said the impact is positive. 12%, which is about 6 respondents, said the impact is neutral. 16%, which is about 8 respondents, said the impact is negative. 2%, which is about 1 respondent, said the impact is very negative. This suggests that there is a significant majority of Malaysians who view financial development positively in terms of its impact on the economy. 70% of respondents, which is about 35 people, are aware of government initiative aimed at promoting financial inclusion in Malaysia. 30%, which is about 15 respondents, rate the effectiveness of the initiative to 25%. 21 respondents rate the effectiveness of the initiative to 50%. 10 respondents rate the effectiveness of the initiative to 75%, and which is only 4% respondents rate the effectiveness of the initiative to 100%.
Hello, my name is MURUGAIYA and my matrix number is BB221100506, and I'm going to talk about the discussion part of our research paper. And this discussion part is solely based on the data that we collected through the Google form that we shared weeks ago, and the total respondent ones was 50 respondents. So let's just start with demographic information. The majority of the respondents were aged between 18 to 24 age group, which is indicating a youthful perspective from all the respondents. And we also noticed that there was a dominance of male respondents, suggesting that there could be a gender bias or something like that. And also, since we are a student from UMS, the significant contribution from East Malaysia is very significant, which is Sabah and Sarawak. And the second thing is understanding financial inclusion amongst the respondent. So the diverse interpretation from ensuring access for all to a government-controlled program, and highlights the need for clearer communication and education on financial. Secondly, financial inclusion. Moderate awareness with a substantial portion somewhat familiar. Diverse range of financial behaviors, emphasizing the importance of tailored program. Thirdly, banking and financial services. The respondents were high percentage with bank accounts aligned with the Malaysians' inclusive effort, because Malaysia is known for their bank, and potential for promoting a more comprehensive range of financial products. Next is access to credit. Substantial demand for credit services, but mixed perception on ease of access, which means that the respondents were not clear about the access to credit. They didn't get what is credit mean. So there are very few people that know what is credit and credit score. So there are some mixed perspective around that the particular questions. And it is potential challenges and areas for improvement in the credit application process, because if they don't know what credit is, they are going to go through a tough process during the credit. Moving on to mobile and digital financials. This is an overwhelming adoption of mobile banking and digital financial services, because most of the Malaysians, especially the youth people, are using mobile app to do daily transactions, and everything QR code, and everywhere it's QR code. So mobile apps are very well known, and there is no confusion about that. So the key drivers are convenience and trust, and emphasizing user-friendly and secure platform. And people are not very silly when it comes to money matters, but when they use app which is on their phone, which is known for illegal activities such as the hacking and such things, but they still trust using the app despite all the effort, all the challenges, because the government makes sure that the apps is user-friendly and a secure platform. Moreover, economic development perspective. Majority of the respondents were positive about the perspective aligned with the global trends. Diverse opinion, neutral or negative, suggest the factors influencing perspectives, merit explorations. Government initiative. We suggest that, and also the respondents suggest that, there should be high awareness reflect successfully communication efforts, generally positive effectiveness ratings with a minority expressing skepticism, and emphasizes the need for continuous evaluation and refinement of initiative.
In conclusion, this research provides valuable insights into the intricacy of financial inclusion in Malaysia. The findings contribute to the ongoing discourse of economic development and inform policymakers, financial institutions, and stakeholders about the current landscape and area for improvement. Moving forward, targeted intervention and collaborative effort can build on this insight to create a more inclusive and sustainable financial environment, fostering holistic economic progress for the nation.